Five habits for you to experience, experiment, and implement into your life to have success with minimalism. That's right, we're going to talk today about minimalism. So you've already decided that minimalism is something that you want to incorporate into your lifestyle. You recognize the benefits that you can save time, save money, create space, create peace of mind, have more time, more money, more energy. Great benefits, right? And so what do you do to make that work in your life? Well, stick around, and that's what we're going to talk about today. And before we get started, let's get a hug. Who's ready for a hug? One hug coming your way just for you. Because if I was there with you, I would want to give you a hug. Dr. Joy here from My Personal Best with Joy, your Reinvent Your Life coach. And today we're going to talk about habits to reinvent your life, to incorporate minimalism into your life. Good or good? So let's get started. The first habit that I think is instrumental in the success of minimalism is the power of now. So do things in the now rather than putting them off till later. For an example, when you've finished eating, wash your dishes now rather than putting them in the sink, leaving them on the counter, whatever it is, so that it gets done now. They'll be easier to wash, and then there's nothing to go back to. Do it in the now. If you're doing laundry's done, clothes are dry, fold them now. Don't leave them in the basket to do later. Do it now. If you've used something, put it back. Put it back to the place it belongs now. Don't leave it out to have to go back to it and do it later. It'll save you time. It'll save your memory. It'll give you peace of mind. It works really well. Now, the counterpart to being in the now and doing things in the now is to be prepared with a giveaway box, bag, trunk, crate, I don't know, designated spot in the basement, designated drawer, something. But as you're going through your day and being in the now, in the present moment, you're going to come across some things that really aren't serving you, that perhaps you could let go of. Whether you're going to take that as a donation, whether you're going to share that with families or friends, or whether you're just going to park it and let it go out into the universe, it's a great way to be present in the now. And as you're going through your day, put those items, that thing, that piece of clothing, whatever it is that's no longer serving you, put it in that box, bag, crate, whatever it is. So when you're done with it, you'll be able to either donate that, give it away, let it go if it's not serving you. So those two go together. Power of the now. And then when you find something that isn't serving you, somewhere to put it so you don't have to deal with it later. Good or good? Now, you might not have to deal with that giveaway or donation box or bag right away. You can designate time later, in a month's time, quarterly, yearly, whatever it is, depending on how many things you are actually going to give away. But you can deal with that at a time that's scheduled into your lifestyle, the rhythm of your home. All right, for number 2, let's look at the in and out rule. So 1 in, 1 out. If you're preparing to purchase something, to bring something into your home, what I want you to consider is, at the same time, what can you let go of? So 1 in, 1 out rule. That'll keep your home in balance, and you won't get back into a situation where you've got too much stuff. Keep the harmony. Keep the equilibrium. So 1 in, you have to also consider what's going to be leaving. And so the counterpart of that habit would be the ability to evaluate. So I want you to evaluate an item's benefit and value to you if you're going to bring it in your home, if and when. So is it going to serve you? How often will you use it? Is it the right size? Is it the right color? Does it match with what you've already got? Is it going to be a benefit to you? So I want you to evaluate before you bring that one thing in to your home. And it's natural, of course, as we go through life, things change, right? What was serving us well at a certain time in our life may not be serving us the next season, the next year. Things change, of course. So it's a good opportunity to evaluate and really look and see what's happening, how you're using things, and how they are of benefit or value to you. Now let's move on to habit number 3. Let's celebrate space. And if you're like me, I'm very good at filling up spaces. And it's a practice, it's an experiment, it's a new way of being for me to actually celebrate space. So what that looks like for me is having a counter without things on it. Having shelves that don't have things on it. Space. Even space on a wall does not have to have a picture. It could, if it suits you. It could, if it's your desire, if it's something you love. So celebrate your space. Because after all, that is part of the benefits of minimalism. More space, less clutter. And so the counterpart to go along with more space is to keep things clean. And when I say clean, wipe off the counter, keep things dust free, sweep up the floor, change dirty linens, change dirty towels, keep things clean. This is one of the things that I learned from my mom. She is the queen of clean. Clean in a way that clean works for you. And that's the thing about minimalism. It really isn't a destination. It really is a journey because things are constantly changing. We are constantly changing, growing and evolving. And what worked for us in the past may not work for us in the future. So while we are where we are, let's keep things clean. And one of the things that I love is once I've left my environment and then I come back home, I so enjoy coming back to a clean, uncluttered space. I really enjoy that. I'm sure you will too. So let's move on to the 4th habit that we want to incorporate to be successful with minimalism as part of your lifestyle. So number 4 is ask yourself questions. So while you're going about your daily events and whether you're considering bringing something into your life and purchasing something new, ask yourself some questions. So, do I really love this? Is it going to bring joy into my life? And I want you to really, really, really love something. It's not like a medium purchase. It's kind of like you're settling. No settling. You want to love something if you're bringing it into your environment. The second thing you want to ask is this going to serve me and bring me value? Right? That's the point. How is it going to serve you? And is it adding value to your life? You can ask yourself, how often am I going to use this? And is it the right size for my current needs? And lastly, really check in. Part of this whole minimalism journey is really about being conscious and deliberate about what you're doing, when you're doing it, and how things are going to serve you and the value it's going to bring to your life. So really ask yourself, do I need this? Do I really need to bring this into my environment? Or is it more of a want? Because what we need and what we want are not necessarily the same thing. Not always. And the counterpart that goes along with habit number 4 is scheduling. So there's some things that you're going to want to schedule. There's daily things that you want to do. There's weekly things that you want to incorporate. There's monthly things that are going to be important, even quarterly things that are going to be of value to you, and yearly things. There's a saying that goes, most people don't plan to fail, they fail to plan. And so planning is a big part of being successful with minimalism. So plan out your days, however it is that you keep track of what you're going to do. Schedule things in on a weekly basis if things are of importance to you. Anything that is of importance to you is really best to be planned into your day, your week, your month. So there's some things that don't need to be done daily. Being done monthly is sufficient. And there's some things that are only needing to be done quarterly. In the change of the seasons, I like to rotate my wardrobe. So I do that seasonally. And then there's other things that I only need to do at this point once a year. And usually once a year, I really do a deep dive into all the things that I have and do a real serious analysis of what I have and that it's serving me. So I do it regularly, but the deep dive once a year, I really take more time, plan it out, and see what I need. Okay, last one. Habit number 5. This is the 80-20 rule. The 80-20 rule is also known as a Pareto principle. And basically it means that 20% of the things that we have bring us 80% of the value. So have a look and see what it is that you use most frequently that brings that value to you. And most people, myself included, of course, I certainly found that the things that I used on a regular basis were really what I got the most value from. So I had lots of things, and the things that I continually used, I have this one item. It's plastic. Came from Nicaragua. Was very inexpensive. And it is one of my favorite things to use for my vegetables, cleaning carrots, cleaning potatoes, slicing, dicing. It's about, this big. And it's one of my prized possessions because it does everything. And I really like those things that are efficient at what they say they're going to do, and they really do. So things like that. So oftentimes we have multiple items that do like one singular thing when you might be able to find an item that has multiple uses. So that's the 80-20 rule. Look it up if you're unfamiliar with it. And the counterpart to the 80-20 rule is what I like to call your manifestation list, right? So your desire list, your wish list, whatever it is that you are considering or looking for to purchase to bring into your environment that is going to bring value for you. So whether it's a new article of clothing, whether it's a new fantastic frying pan, whether it is a new cleaning item, whatever it is, what I like to do is write out a list. And I give myself somewhere between 10 days and 30 days to really evaluate if I actually need it, or if I have something that already serves that purpose. And many times what's transpired is that whatever it is I'm looking for goes on sale somewhere, which is a benefit, right? Or somebody offers me exactly what I'm looking for. So that's why I like to call it my manifestation list, because I'm always manifesting things to come into my life. What I'm looking for is also looking for me. So whatever it is that you want, need, or desire to have into your life that you think is going to bring value, jot it down on a list. And then before you actually take action on that to go purchase it or manifest it or find it at someone else's garage sale or ask someone else for it, then just see that if you might not already have something that can do that job or that will serve that purpose for you. Good or good? after the 30 days have passed, if it's still on your manifestation list, your desire list, your wish list, by all means, take the action and go out and find that item that's going to add value, bring value into your life, and bring it aboard. Minimalism is not having things. Minimalism is having enough things that can provide for you the comfortable lifestyle that you want by, at the same time, providing you with clean spaces, more time, more energy, and ultimately bringing you better quality of your life. So those are the recommendations of the 5 habits to add into your life, to experiment with in your life, to continue to live the minimalism lifestyle. So if you've liked this video, if you feel this video brought you value, by all means, give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please do. I'm here for you. My intention, my commitment is to bring tips and suggestions for you to live your best life. So subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when my next video comes out. And of course, before we go, let's get a hug on the way out. One hug to wrap this up, to say thank you. I love hugs. Thanks for sharing a hug with me. And remember, you can do it. Yes, you can. Anything at all is possible. And I'm here for you.